welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. It is Monday and time for another project from me. Hope you're having a great week. It's really hot here in Kansas, so I'm glad that my crafts are an indoor hobby this time and not outside. When it's really nice outside, I always think, oh, it'd be fun to go outside. Today, I'm really glad to be inside. So I have a card that we made at my class last week, and there were several that weren't able to make it to the class. So I thought it would be a good idea to share my project with everybody. So I'm going to turn the camera around so we can get started. All right. So this is your basic. My layers were just basic this time, so I didn't put the measurements on. This one's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. My Mossy Meadow, that's Pebbled Path. Mossy Meadow is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm using our new basic beige. It's in between very vanilla and white. And this one is 3 3/4 by 5. And then I have one for the inside of the card that's the same size as the green. That's 4 by 5 1/4. All right, I'm using one of our new stamp sets that's in the online exclusive. And basically what that means is that you can only buy it online. Now, can you order it from a demonstrator? Yes. Can you order it at an in-person event? Yes. It just means that the only time you can see it is online because they are not putting it in a catalog. They're doing that for a lot of different reasons. One of them is that way they can continually provide new product that we can share with you, and we're not tied to a catalog. We're not having to buy more catalogs to share with you. They're not having to pay to print them, and it's providing more amazing product quicker. So we're not waiting for catalogs. All right, so I'm going to stamp the tree right here. I'm stamping it in Early Espresso. Isn't that pretty tree? Let me show you the stamp set. It has 4 greetings, this tree, and I'm going to use 3 masks with it. Then this tree here also has 3 masks. Haven't played with that yet. And then it's got the bird. All right, now I want to show you how to use the masks. So I'm going to grab a pencil, I hope. Yep, all right. And I'm going to mark here so that if I wanted to do a bunch of these at the same time, I could kind of mass produce. Okay. Now our masks come like this. They have this notch up here. Let's see if you can see that. And the number 1. So I know I'm going to use this first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line the mask up with my tree. I'm using the branches here to make sure it's lined up correctly. Then I'm going to fill in this triangle. That triangle is going to help me make sure that I get all my masks in the right place. Now I stamped the tree in Early Espresso, but I'm going to fill it in with Pebbled Path. So I've got it lined up. I'm going to take my blending brush. Oh, I moved it just a little bit. If you're somebody really heavy-handed, you might think about putting a glue dot or something to hold your paper in place. So far, I've been able to keep from moving my paper. But if you're heavy-handed, you might think about doing that. All right, you ready? Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so I'm going to show you. Let's say, oh, I get excited and I show everybody that. Now, by drawing these lines, I can put it right back where it needs to be. Now I'm going to get rid of the brown and I'm going to grab Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to find mask number 2. And I'm going to put it in that notch. so that it lines up perfectly with my tree. All right. Mossy Meadow. You do have to be careful on this one as you're rubbing. There are a few little branch pieces that stick up like where the branches are. So you don't want to push too hard and bend those. So you have to be careful. Now I want this one lighter because this is the main part of the tree. Look at that. Oh, I've never gotten ink like that before. I must not have washed my mask off very well last time. See that little blunder there? We're going to be able to fix that. All right, then the last one, we're going to do the same thing. Make sure my paper's in the same spot. Now I could have used my glass mat for this triangle because then I would have been able to just erase it and I wouldn't have had to waste paper. But I thought you could see it better if it was on paper. There we go. All right. So now I'm going to do Mossy Meadow again. The gals at class really liked this card. So I thought it'd be fun to show everybody. That's what I hate about low attendance at my classes. People miss out on these amazing projects. All right, look at that. Now there's some contrast, and to be honest, I want just a little bit more. I'm going to put it back on there. Line up my triangle. Well, there we go. So this is one of the online exclusives that started on July, I think it was the 2nd. And I just love it. And I'm using the same green. So even though I'm using the same green, it's providing that depth. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love how it makes the tree look real. All right. Now what I did was I grabbed the Grassy Grove stamp set, and I'm using this grass here. And we're going to stamp it along the bottom. And I want to make sure you don't have an edge. So I'm putting it up and I'm going to stamp like that. And look at that, that mark is gone. All right, so that takes care of the bottom. I didn't want my tree floating. And by moving this up here, it gives it that look of it's kind of on a hillside and it's not just stamped there, because I always want things to look like you're looking at a picture. All right, now I'm going to stamp some birds. And I want 3 of them. All right, now the birds are a line image as well. So I'm going to grab my pecan pie or early espresso. Either one would work. Looks like I grabbed early espresso. I'm just going to color in my birds. Remember when you're coloring in things, if you've used our classic inks, you don't want to use a blending brush or a blender pen because it'll smear the ink with the colored pencil. So I'm using colored pencil here without any type of liquid so that it doesn't mess up my images. It's a good thing there's only 3, or you'd say, oh, we got to watch our color again. Yep, I know, I love to color. All right, so there's my 3 birds. One of the things in this set that I really like, can't find the stamp set, what did I put it? Oh, here it is thinking of you and how you strengthen my life. So I want to put that. I grabbed this little image. It is from the Unbounded Love dies. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't ordered that yet, you need to. I find I'm using it all the time. I'm making a fun little gift for some team members for an event this coming weekend. I'm using those dies again. Oh, I didn't get the bottom of the U. Let's see here. Benefit of photopolymer. I was able to line that up. And then I want to pop this, so I'm going to use dimensionals for that. But I'm going to grab my glue bottle first, put my layers together. Now's not the time to check and make sure I had the right size paper. Whew, I grabbed the smaller one. So tomorrow is Kit Crop and Cup. It's going to be at 10 and 2 coffee. We are changing the time. It is going to be from 2 to 6:30. And we're doing that because this summer, 10 and 2 coffee is having live bands on Tuesday night, which is great. The music has been really good, but it makes it really hard to visit. And I think a lot of us go because we enjoy visiting with each other. So it'll be from 10 to 6:30. We can still take a break and eat if you want. And if you want to stay and craft and listen to the music until they close, you are welcome to do that. All right. Then I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Put that on my little label. You know, I've been calling this a label recently. And when I was typing up some instructions, was thinking, what is it? What do you guys call these little pieces like this? Is it a label? Is it I don't know. What do you call it? There we go. And then we have these really cool brads. They're textured dots. I attended a demonstrator event and they gave us half of a package, which was really cool. So I'm going to grab and put one there. I think I'll do 3. Not a good idea to pull the sticky off. There we go. And we're going to go right in. All right, there's the front of the card. Now let me show you how I designed the inside. The in the grassy grove has this deer. I thought it would be fun to stamp the deer. So I'm going to stamp it on the edge here. And then, let's see. I'm going to use the other greeting in this set. The one we did for class, I gave them several options. They could use whatever greetings they wanted. And for a little variety, I think I'll stamp it in the mossy meadow. So I do have a question for everyone. I am willing to teach some Christmas card classes, and it would be where every month you make 6 cards, and then in December, you'd have all your Christmas cards made and ready to go. But I need to know whether people are interested in doing that. So if you'd be interested in attending a Christmas card class, would you let me know? I thought I would start it the last week of July into the first week of August. So if we're going to do that, I need to start getting some cards designed. I've done it the last 2 years and my attendance hasn't been as strong as I would like. So I'm kind of asking you whether you would come. All right. So this is going to go on the inside of my card. I can't wait to play with the evergreen masks. I've got too many other things I'm working on right now, so I can't just play for fun. But boy, it's on my radar. I think this is an amazing set. And then I'm going to stamp my name on the back, just like you guys do. and decorate an envelope, and then I'll have this all ready to go. I think I'll do the deer on this one. On the front, and then on the back, I'm going to do some birds. There we go. Always odd numbers. So I have 1 on the front and 3 on the back. You know, that looks kind of empty. I think I'm going to do 5. Part of some anyway. There, I like that better. Okay, so there you go. If you're interested in this frosted forest, let me know. I'm putting in orders all the time, or you can order it online. You can find me, well, you're already on Facebook right now, or YouTube, but it's Davita Stampin' Spot. Here's my phone number and email. I'd be happy to help you with anything that you're wanting to order. Hope you've enjoyed this card. There you go with these masks, and I will see you next week.